So let's give you a typical arithmetic series question. So here we have the first term being -8, and each time we add it by 5. So the next term would be -3, and then add 5 again would be 2, add 5 again would be 7. The question is, how many terms do we need in order to exceed 2000? So this is your first term, second, third, and so on. How many do you need? When you sum up everything, it will exceed 2000. So this is your typical series question. So let's try and do this. I'm expecting you to know this. So put 2000 into here. So that would be 2000. That would be 2000. I know we have to exceed 2000, but for the time being, let's just make it equal, and then I will justify why at the end. So our job is to work out n. Our job is to work out n. We know the first term being -8, so that would be 2 times -8, and then plus n is what we're trying to figure out, the number of terms we need. And then the common difference is 5. So now it's just a matter of working out n. There's only one unknown, n. So times everything by 2. So that would be 4000. And then this would be n. And then this would be -16. And this would be 5n minus 5 plus 5n minus 5. Merge these two together, that would be -21. -21. And now it's just a matter of working out n. So let's multiply this out. So this would be, this times this would be 5n squared. I'm doing it in a weird order. This times this would be -21n equals 4000. Now take away everything by 4000. This would be -4000. So you should be able to solve this now. This is your quadratic, where ax squared plus bx plus c. This is your typical quadratic form. A is 5. B is -21 and C is -4000. So it's just a matter of solving this quadratic equation. So remember the quadratic equation, x equals -b plus minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So in this case, x would be, -b would be 21, 21 because negative and a negative here, plus minus b squared. I did it on the calculator earlier. It turns out to be 441, this thing squared, and then minus 4ac. Don't forget c is a negative, and there's a negative here, so it becomes a positive. Well, I did it on a calculator earlier. It comes to 80,000. And we divided by 2a, a being 5, so that would be divided by 10. And then punch this into a calculator. x1 equals 30.46, did it earlier, and x2 equals -26.26. Now in our case, this answer here is useless because it's meaningless to our situation. So the only meaningful answer is this one here. So now let's try and interpret this. Hang on. Imagine the number line 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on, up to 30. And then here, this is 31. You see, at 30, it will be below 2000. At 30.46, whatever that means. This answer here is meaningless because our term can only be whole numbers like 30, 31, 32. This here is kind of meaningless, but we know that if you look at 31 terms, then you're going to exceed 2000. So this here is our final answer. Is you need 31 terms in order to just exceed 2000. If it's 30, then it would be below 2000. The precise answer is this meaningless answer here, 30.46. But this is kind of meaningless. The proper answer is 31 terms. Okay.